Hey, so today I'll be sharing how I take my crusty, gross looking nails from this to this. This is the regimen I use when I want my nails to look natural but healthy, and it's really easy. I don't use any crazy tools, and you can do all of this at home. So I'm going to pop up on the screen everything I'm going to be using for this video, but I'll have everything linked below, so make sure to check down in the description box. So the first thing I do is I get some nail clippers and I go around and clip off any excess little pieces of skin that are surrounding my nails. These aren't hangnails. I don't really know how to deal with hangnails. I've never used cuticle cutters. I don't trust myself enough to use them. So I just do this to get rid of any of those little pesky pieces of skin and call it a day. Next, I will deal with my cuticles. Luckily, I don't have a lot of cuticle overgrowth on my fingernails, but if it's been a couple months, which it has been here since I pushed back my cuticles, I'll definitely have some. I use the cuticle remover from LONDONTOWN lacquer and it works amazingly, and I also use the Bliss Kiss cuticle pusher. This is a metal tool, so you have to be very careful, and I only use it to very softly push back that flap of skin called the epinicium, and then I'll use the tool to very gently scrape off that excess sticky tissue that's on my nail, which you can kind of see gathering a little bit on my cuticle pusher. It's pretty gross, but it's also really satisfying. Do you guys know what I mean? One thing I highly recommend to do is to make sure whatever tools you're using are completely sanitized. This is a really fragile, delicate area. You don't want to be introducing any bacteria into there and getting a crazy infection. And if you're using metal tools like I am, please be very, very cautious of the pressure you're applying because the nail plate is very soft and you can easily damage it. One of the reasons I love this cuticle remover is, as you can tell, it almost is like it's disintegrating the cuticle before I even get to it. So all I'm having to do is pretty much just like run the tool across it and it just peels off. Okay, so now that I have the epinicium pushed back, I actually apply more cuticle remover and then I use my thumbnail on my other hand to get in there and scratch off any extra sticky tissue that I might have on the surface. The reason I use my fingernail is because I can feel how much pressure I'm applying so that I know I'm not damaging my nails, and it's like the perfect shape for like getting in there and scraping all that gunk out. But please make sure your hands are clean. Again, you don't want to be introducing any bacteria into there. After that, I clean off everything with some alcohol on a cotton ball. And then I do that whole entire process again on my other hand. Is it just me, or are the like nail beds on my right hand way shorter than the ones on my left hand? I swear they're totally different sizes. The left hand just got better genetics, I guess. Don't talk about it. My right hand might get upset, but I don't know. I've always thought that. It could be that my nails just aren't as long, but I have grown them out longer and it still looks that way. Does anyone else have that going on too? Let me know in the comments. While you're at it, why don't you just tell me all of your finger insecurities? We can get through this together. And here we have clean, cuticle-free nails. They're looking good, but the next thing I do is I shape them. Now, I have square nails. I don't think my nails will ever want to be round, although I think almond nails are the prettiest shape ever. I just don't think I could do it. So I do file my nails pretty much square, but I don't like the corners to be sharp, so I will take the file along the sides and I will round the corner just a smidgen. I don't want them to be squoval, but I still don't want to stab myself with the corners of my nail. I have an entire video where I talk about how I get my nails square, which I'll pop in the little info card, so you can go watch that after you watch this. After I file my nails, I always have that like weird extra nail stuff underneath. So what I like to do is I take the file and I just drag it along the under part of my nail, and that kind of just pulls that stuff up, and then I'm easily able to either buff it away with a buffing block, or I can kind of just use my other nails to just scratch it away, and that gets rid of that, so you don't have to worry about it popping up when you paint your nails and ruining everything. So next I use a buffer, And don't thumbs down this video. I use the softest buffing block possible. I can't remember the grit right now, but I'll have that in the info box as well. And I literally just use this in the lightest way possible to just smooth out the surface. And like I said, get rid of that extra little nail part on the free edge. And then I do that whole process again on my other hand. So that was pretty much the bulk of the maintenance. Now I'm just gonna go wash my hands to get all of that debris off, and then we're gonna move on to strengthening. No matter if I'm going to do a full manicure or not, I always have base coat on my natural nails. I know there's a little bit of a debate whether having a nail hardener on your nails makes them stronger or if it makes them more brittle because they're not as flexible, but I find this base coat in particular makes my nails so strong and it helps them grow. I don't know if that makes sense scientifically, but I swear by it. I'll also have it linked below, and I do have a coupon code for them if you guys want to save a little bit of money. It is kind of expensive, but I've gone through 3 bottles and I don't think I'm ever going to use any other base coat. Well, I mean, of course I'm going to use other base coat. I have a bunch to use, but this is my favorite. Okay, I'm getting a little behind. So next, what I do if I'm wanting my nails to look extra sharp but still natural, I will put on this Essie polish. This is just a sheer pinky polish. It's just pretty much the color of my nails, but it makes them look so much better. I'll do 1 coat, maybe 2 if I'm feeling a little fancy. And it's perfect. It just makes my nails look super groomed, but you can't even really tell I have anything on my nails other than base coat. And then I'll just pop on a quick drying top coat. Now it's time to hydrate. I have 2 cuticle oils I want to mention. The first one is the Bliss Kiss one that comes in a little pin, amazing for travel. But my go-to cuticle oil for right now is by LONDONTOWN Lacquer. I just love the texture of it. Have you ever had an oil that feels like it doesn't stay on your skin long enough to even do anything? This one is great. It is a little bit heavy, but it soaks in. It smells great, and I really love it. This is my 2nd bottle, but another very cheap alternative is coconut oil. I still use coconut oil. It has that really good texture that I like, and it's very cheap, and you can get a bunch of it. And then I will slather my hands with the thickest hand cream I can find. I try to do this always before bed and a couple times throughout the day. If my hands are just the Sahara Desert, I will use one of these hand masks by Le Mini Macaroon. I've tried several hand masks and this one is my favorite, and they also smell really good. I'll leave these on up to like 30 minutes, like I'll watch a show or something, and then when I take my hands off, I just rub that excess oil into my skin, and my hands are the softest they can possibly be. I'll also reuse these a few times, probably not more than 3, maybe 4 times, but there's still stuff always inside, and I will also just put some lotion on my hands and then pop these back on. And there you have my full updated nail/hand care routine to go from crusty to cute. If you'd like to watch more videos, you can click on your screen here. And if you guys give any of this a try, I'd love to see your results. You can tag me in all of your pictures across all of social media. I'll have that linked in the description box as well. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.